Can you talk a little bit about seatbelt laws? Explain that a little bit more.
Sure. Indiana is a primary seatbelt law state where you can be stopped for not wearing your seatbelt.
Okay.
So there doesn't have to be another reason, just if you don't have it or if you have a child in the car that we can see is not restrained, you can be stopped for that and cited for it. And the driver is the one that the citation goes to, whether a parent's in the car or not. But you have to wear a seatbelt no matter where you are in the vehicle, or if you're in a pickup truck, SUV, no matter how it's plated, all that's changed, you have to have the seatbelt on.
Okay. It doesn't matter how old the person is, it's a requirement for everyone to have a seatbelt.
Correct.
Okay.
The only exception would be a medical exception that can be issued by a doctor in case someone's had maybe a broken bone or a heart surgery, something like that.
Okay.
They'll suspend that for a time, but
Okay.
they usually have an expiration date on them.
Okay, you mentioned child restraints. I do know that this is a difference in several countries. Here in the United States, children have to be in car seats or some type of restraint. Is it not enough just to have one and have the child sit in it? They also have to have their belts buckled and
Correct.
everything?
They have to be seat belted. Everyone in the vehicle has to be seat belted in some way.
Okay.
It doesn't do any good to put the child in and fasten them into the seat belt and then just set the child's seat in the car.
Right.
That child's seat has to be fastened in as well.
Okay.
It depends on the height and the weight, rear facing, forward facing, or booster seat.
Okay. And where can someone find that information?
It's on the BMV website,
Okay.
as well as there's a website called Kid in Car that tells about it. Any AAA location has seatbelt technicians or seat technicians that they can take their vehicle to and see if their child's in the right seat and what they need to do there. Also, Riley Hospital has done extensive work in publicizing in the safety restraints, and every child leaves the hospital with a car seat.
Okay. And these rules regarding seat belts, is that regardless of distance? What if I'm just going 1 block down the street? Is that I still have to wear my seat belt?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
If the vehicle is in motion, you're to be restrained.
Okay. And can you tell us about any other laws or city ordinances that are commonly ignored or unknown that you would like to highlight, or laws that you think international students in particular should be made aware of, either because you know that that many of these laws or ordinances have been violated? Can you share any of that information with us?
Sure. One of the laws that we see that's different from state to state is driving while intoxicated. And it's just the BAC level usually is different.
Okay.
Some are 0.8 states, some are 0.10 states.
Okay.
So depending on what your blood alcohol is whether or not you can automatically be arrested.
Okay.
But if there's an accident involved, whether you're at fault or not, you can also be arrested for operating under the influence or driving under the influence, driving while intoxicated. One of the local ordinances that we see disregarded, especially in this area a lot, is has to do with where a passenger can ride in a vehicle, and it has to be a compartment designed for a passenger. That doesn't mean the bed of a truck, something like that, or on a flatbed or anything like that. The only exception to that are parades and processions. Right. Just because you want to go to the tailgate area, that doesn't mean that 20 people load in the back of the truck and go. You can be cited for that and put out on foot to walk. So.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
your insight into these important issues.
Thank you.